Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Jeff with Team Nerd Herd. I'm at Geek Driven, and we're here for another Cover Lover Shows. This is the SDCC after show. Obviously, we are missing a couple of Nerd Herd members. Steve and Alonzo are definitely recouping from a long weekend. They are. Let me tell you, if you ever go to SCCC, you want to be first in line to get inside. You want Steve on your side. If you want someone to get you all your stuff and get you to your stuff, you want Alonzo on your side. So that's why they're not here. They're resting. But who we do have here is we have Mike and Dio. What's up?
What's up, Dale? They're saying hi. Come say hi.
We're good. Although we're the poor souls who didn't get to go to San Diego Comic-Con because we live on the other side of the planet. So we did not get to go, but that's okay. I go to plenty of cons. I don't need to go to that one. But either way, so we just chilled. We had a nice, easy weekend. We're ready to look at some covers. I actually have no idea what's in the deck. I did not look at anything this week. Dale, how you doing, buddy?
I have an idea, but it's probably because I put it half put together. So
no idea. I know maybe one because I suggested it. Otherwise, I have no idea.
Don't worry, that one is on there. How about you, Big Rob? How you doing?
I am doing well. It's the 7th and final day of my vacation, my summer vacation, basically. I take it every year. So it's a little sad for me. I got to go back to work tomorrow. But my wife just scoffed in the background when I said that. But
I'm assuming she didn't have the same days off as you did.
Lies.
Happy to be here. Monday, I like Mike. I haven't seen the deck at all, so I don't know. I've been kind of like funny. I'm in Comic-Con, but not really Comic-Con mentally oriented. I'm just kind of like on a daze still. So, but I did buy comic books at Comic-Con, by the way. I did buy comic books.
Ooh, any biggies?
Oh yeah. Here's a real fast, just
micro mail call.
Yeah. We don't have mail calls anymore, so this will
the JNR for the Marvel panel that was given to the Marvel panel folks.
That's a great cover.
So lucky.
The Transformer Ashcan.
Are we going to
Void.
the cover
Con.
Oh.
Yep.
Street Fighter Chun-Li.
Of course. Shocker.
Sonic Foil.
Ooh. Didn't know that existed. Nice.
The 60th anniversary one or
the Momoko.
Oh, the Momoko. Yeah.
Of course.
Clear backs. I never had these before. And a sketch, the one everybody wants.
Nice.
That's the same one as
Sketch of the Granoff.
Yeah. Ooh, you got all the hot books. Nice job.
Mm-hmm.
And the color.
Yes, sir. It's Granoff, right?
Yeah. And the other one.
Was that a Mayhew or something?
No, this is also, I think this is Gist. This is the other hot book.
Ian Gist.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was my comic book haul. Everything else is toys. I got them balancing the toys back.
Those are the big dogs, though. Those are the ones everyone wants. You got all the good ones.
Yeah,
You got a lot of goodies.
It was Spawn.
That's right. The Spawns. Yep.
Very nice.
There was the action figure one, and then there was I forget who drew the other one.
Oh, yeah, the action figure one. I didn't even know that one came out until I saw it on Friday night's Top 10. I was like,
He goes, let me go back to the con.
No, it's too late. I saw it last night, so I was
Okay. Well, before we get on to the covers, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. We have here our cover price sponsor. So don't forget, you can get 30 days of unlimited cover price for only 99 cents if you type in Nerdvana 14. Use the code Nerdvana 14 and get 30 days of unlimited cover price. You want to keep track of your books. You want to keep up with the prices, the current, ongoing sales. Go ahead and hit up cover price because that's going to have all those details in there. A lot of stats, a lot of information. Also, if you want to get some Bird City Comics store exclusives or even some variants, incentives, you can go over to Bird City Comics and you can save yourself 10% by typing in TNH10. That is saving 10% with TNH10. All right. And then we also have our friend Display Geek. If you don't know, they just had a Fun Days and they had a bunch of different exclusives for SDCC. And this guy is already all over it. He has a list of what protectors you can use for each of those different Funko Pops for this year's 2023 SCCC. So go ahead, head over to his website. You can save 10% on your first purchase if you type in Team Nerd Herd. Use the code Team Nerd Herd, save 10%. All right. And then we want to give a shout out to our 4 horsemen. We got our Sante Rude, we got Something Wong, we got Deanime, etc., and we got Glenn 2K12 from across the pond. Thank you, fellas. Really appreciate you guys. And then we got Eddie, we got DJ at Beats by Monster. Thank you so much, Eddie, for with all the great beats and being a great TNH member. All right, let's give a shout out to our chat here. We got someone new on first here. We got Ronnie and Rascal Superdog. He wants to see some covers, and then we got Trish. Woohoo! Trish is in the house, living vicariously through Rob's Instagram. Of all of us are. Trust me, I was there. And then we got Rudy in the house. Thank you, Rudy. What's going on? And we got Tiger Fett. Wow, we got a bunch of people in here. All right, we got Kenny the Comic Collector. What's up? Good evening. And then we got Still Chillin'. All right, we're all caught up, sir. You're muted.
I am muted. I am a dummy. All right, let's do this. Let's see. Where's it at? Okay, present here. Voila. Sweet. And we got incentives. I'll let you read it off because I don't know what you got.
No worries. All right. So the first one I wanted to start with is just something that's been happening, I don't know, maybe the last 3, 4, or 5 years. And, these taking up people's old artwork and then slapping them on 1 in 100s. And this week, we got George Perez. You can see there's 4 different books. They're all 1 of 100s. These are all old art from him, and they're reusing it. So what do you guys think?
I'm not a big fan of this whole trope. I don't think this is. I don't know. I don't think this honors anybody, to be honest with you. This is not Perez's best work. These were probably, I don't know what they are exactly, but they don't show off. They don't show off the talent of Perez or anybody that they do this for, really, in my opinion. These just don't look great. They sort of besmirch the name of the person that's on them, and it's really just a money grab. So these don't do it for me for a lot of reasons. I mean, none of these are awful, and it's not like I would be upset to own any of them. As a matter of fact, the Doom is rather nice, but I don't know. I just don't like the whole practice of it. I think it's dirty.
How about you, Big Rob?
Yeah, well, I agree with Mike. This is not really, like glory, or not just. It's not really like doing anything for George. It's kind of taking advantage, really. It's just obviously his old commission art or something. It's some type of art. He just obviously got commissioned by somebody, and he did it really quick, and there you go. And they're just reusing it now. Yeah, it's not great art from George. Though my favorite, I guess, is the Doom. If I had to pick one, it's Doom on Throne is always a winner and somehow, but this is not definitely not one of his best work. But that's George Perez art. There it is. Is this was 2012? That Iron Man, yeah, that's old school right there.
Yeah, I would say that's rough.
Yeah, so
And they're all 1/100s, right?
Yeah, every single one of them.
they're just trying to get you. What particular book is this?
So the Doom is Venom 23, which obviously doesn't make any sense. You got is that the Jack of Hearts? It's She-Hulk number 15, and then Invincible Iron Man number 8 is actually the only one that has Iron Man on it, and then X-Men Hellfire has Havoc and Polaris. So
Oh, okay. That's Marvel. That's Marvel. That's what Marvel does. It just puts random covers on random books. So yeah, I guess if I had to pick one, definitely the Venom 23. So
The best art is probably the Havoc and Polaris.
that's what I was gonna say.
yeah, overall as an art piece, yeah.
I just felt like that was actually the best cover overall.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get a little upset when I think about it because I mean he just passed away. It's still fresh, and the fact that they threw him on 1/100s is even worse because if you're gonna do a true homage, you might as well make it the B or C cover so everyone can enjoy it and actually enjoy the artist that you're trying to homage and not and celebrate. You know, so that's a little upsetting to me. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it's Perez art, so some of it's good, some of it's okay, some of it's so.
Looks like Ronnie pre-ordered them though. You got them.
Yeah.
I mean, I get for fans, but so that's sort of what's dirty to me is that fans are going to want them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's why I say you put it on a C or B cover and not make it an incentive, especially in a 1/100.
I'm assuming these are more inexpensive, right, for 1/100s, or am I wrong?
I actually haven't looked these up.
I just don't see who's ordering 100 issues of She-Hulk 15, Venom 23, Iron Man 8.
Yeah, on the rarity side, they might be rare. So just on that, it's cool. But
just that alone would make them pretty expensive. They'll probably be close to ratio, if not more. At least I would think. I haven't looked at the pricing, but
I'm checking the Doom. I'm assuming the Doom would be the most expensive one, so I'm checking that one real fast.
yeah, so I'm assuming so too. Everybody's laughing at Brooklyn's joke earlier about Trish, or I'm Trish about Laura.
Someone said something about Laura. I don't want to know.
No, what did he say?
Okay.
Or Trish. It's about Trish, not
Private hire withdrawal.
Yeah, Trish.
Hey, you know what? I had a good feeling that Barbie was going to kick.
That one's about half ratio. That one's going for 50.
Very nice.
Doom?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, then you guys are lucky. This is not the week that they're going to supercharge you.
Nope. No, it looks like you can get. There's a couple of copies up there for 50.
As a purchase, I guess Ronnie did the right thing. It's definitely a very affordable purchase.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're a fan, I could see it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, I guess.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we got I believe this is Venom number 3 or 2. Shoot. Either which way.
Let's go with 2.
We've got the 1/25 by Ryan Brown. We've got the 1/50 by Jim Cheung, and we've got the 1/200 by Ken Lashley. Obviously, we saw the 1/100 already. So, what do you guys think, Big Rob? What do you think of these 3? Which ones do you pick?
I've never seen these. I'm just looking at these. And first impression, I think they're good. It's good art in general. It's not bad art. What is my favorite? They all got their pros and cons, but I guess I'm just a sucker for Venom with the long tongue. So I gotta go with the Jim Chung 1/50. I'm assuming these are not selling for ratio. I doubt it, but well, I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's the first appearance or something that's going on, but I don't know. This is issue 2 of Venom, so or 3. Yeah, that I like how they drew Venom. The Venom font on the back I could do without. That kind of throws it off a bit. But I do love how Jim drew Venom himself. I love the fluidity of the symbiote around the caricature. Just I love the way he drew the Venom. It might be a little small, the head. I'm not sure. There is imperfections to this art, but in general, I like it. The brown, nothing wrong with the brown. It looks great. It looks like Ryan Brown art. It's just I'm not really attracted to this character, this doppelganger vibe going on here with the Venom. And I'm assuming the one on the right that's Toxic. I'm assuming the one in 200 by Ken Lashley. It's good mugshot there on Toxin. I love the tongue, but I guess I go with the Jim Chung as 1 in 50 is my favorite there.
Nice. How about you, Mike?
I think I like the Lashley the best, actually. I agree with
That's
Rob.
good.
They're all... Am I muted? Oh, no.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. I think I like the Lashley the best, I think. I agree with Rob. They're all good. All 3 of them are Chung. The heads might be too small in both of them, actually. But the Lashley reminds me of that awesome John Boy Myers, was that Marvel Action Spider-Man or whatever it was?
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite Venom, by the way, Mike.
And I love that cover. And so I think as a companion piece, that Lashley Deo does not like any of these. They're too scary. Slimy one's too slimy. Ugh. Yeah, yucky. So I think because of that, I'm more towards the Lashley. Those other 2 before, they're fine. They're good. They feel store exclusive-y to me, which is kind of a turnoff. I don't know how to describe it, but whereas the Lashley doesn't, it seems original and interesting, and it gives me that same vibe as that John Boy that I love so much and that Rob loves so much.
Yeah, I'm the maniac that got a Top McFarlane to sign that book.
Trisha's like they've been Rob Liefeld the first 2.
Yeah,
there's no feet.
Oh yeah, the feet are all hidden.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's hilarious. I like the brown, but it's just meh. It's kind of meh, like the position and everything. But it's well drawn. Yeah, and the Jim Chung is I actually I'm with you, Big Rob. That's the type of Venom. That's the version look that I like. But I would say art-wise, I would definitely say the Ken Lashley was probably the best art. It's kind of freaky looking. It looks very Predator-like with his mouth. So I kind of dig all of that. And it looks like Toxin even looks like a Predator Carnage mixture. So I'm down with that one. It is too expensive. So, but the art wise, I would take Ken.
Yeah, I guess you guys kind of convinced me. I think the Lashley is the better. Now that I look at it, it does remind me of that art. The John Boy. It reminds me of it does remind me of the John Boy, which I love to death. I love that cover.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 covers are actually really good. I can't complain about all 3, and they're probably in the right ratios. I just wish the Lashley was not a 1 in 200. That's ridiculous.
Also, by the way, Toxin has probably the worst Marvel Legend figure ever. So, okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right. Which one's this?
This is the one.
All right.
Oh, there it is. Hold up. Go back.
Ooh.
Oh, you froze. There you go. There you go. That's John Boy.
That's the John Boy that we're talking about.
1 in 10.
I think it was a 1 in 10. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 in 10. IDW. Pretty hard to find.
Yep.
Very cool. We'll always have the goods.
I just wanted to put it up while we still had the image up. I wasn't trying to be show-offy, just to show how similar they were.
Let me just flex.
Let me stretch real quick.
No. Come on.
No, we got
Did it not? I don't know.
Shoot, I wish I had that cover. This is Berserker, and it is the new book for Berserker. So I think it's
Issue 1, no?
yeah, it's issue number 1. So it's like the new story for
Yeah,
him.
the new arc. Yeah.
And I actually I wasn't gonna put this on here because it's Berserker and it's just too much and we're over it. But I actually dig these covers. So let's start with the 1 in 10. We got Travis Cheris. I hope that's the way you say it. We got 1 in 25, David Aja. And then we got 1 in 50, David Mack. So, Mike, what do you think? Which one?
I like them all too, but I definitely am drawn toward the Aja. I just like that style. I just think that's really just cool every time. Seems like it doesn't. I don't really care what book it's on. If it's Aja's style on the book, I probably like it. He just has a good eye for space and composition. Clearly showing that things don't need to be overly. I just like it. It's crisp and bold and good. I don't know. The other two are good though. The Mac is sort of the thing that we always get from Mac though. It's the face with all the shit all over it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is it's cool, but it would be cool if he just did it once in a while. And the line work on the Cherist is beautiful. I assume that's a black and white of a regular cover though.
Yes.
Okay. But man, I'll tell you that line work looks great like that. I'm not usually big on black and whites, but that one's pretty damn good too. I think maybe I like the Aja as well because it's not necessarily Keanu Reeves.
But it is.
Even though we all know that it is, it doesn't scream Keanu. So
yeah. How about you, Big Rob?
Yeah, so the Aja's my choice if I had to choose.
Nice.
I just want to point out who said it. Terry Floyd says that Wonder Woman butt is hilarious under me.
Yeah. That's perfect. Hey. Calm down.
Well, David Mack is going to be doing David Mack. That's what he does. He does crazy, surreal pictures. He does the same color scheme, which is cool if it was anybody else. Because David Mack, at this point, I'm like, personally, that's just me, my opinion. It's boring to me at this point. He does the same shit over and over. It's just different characters. So, but it's as the art itself, the pencil work, the ink work, whatever you want to call it, the line work. It's good art. He's a good artist. It's just the concept of him doing this gimmick to me is tiresome as homaging 300
or JTC negatives or stuff like that.
Yeah, or the damn Cosmopolitan magazine covers, So,
Hellfire Galas.
Yeah, I think the Aja is great. I totally agree with Mike. Nothing wrong with it. It's a solid cover, but I think I like more the Travis Charest. I know there's a color version of that, which looks better than the black and white. And why is he wearing Dracula's armor from Bram Stoker's Dracula?
I was thinking that.
I am not, because also and the color version is red. It's the same color as the one that Dracula wears.
Yep.
So when I first saw the art, I thought it was a Dracula comic book, but no, it's Berserker. But I think I dig that one the most. I love that actually it looks like Keanu Reeves too, so that works. The sword is cool. I like the way he drew the sword. It's totally different from how Aja drew it, or Mac. So I like how he drew the sword. It's very, very primordial, very rock formation vibe to it. The weird spider thing behind him is creepy as hell. But the color version is better, which is a regular cover B or C, whatever it is. But it's also 1 in 10. It's not going to break the bank.
Nah, it'd probably be cover price.
Yeah, maybe at the most you pay $7. Yeah, $7 something like that.
Yeah, especially for this book now.
Yeah. So this book died fast. Well, somebody's buying it because this is a new art. Somebody wants to hear the story. So Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's all
Perez.
based on the promise that this gets made into something. That's why.
Yeah, they're hoping.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a good idea. I like the idea. I don't know if they're executing it, but I like the idea.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with all of you guys. I mean, look, the David Mack is played out. Just the design. I feel like he's taken one of those like old stencils and then like he draws a circle and a circle within a
Yeah.
circle and like he just makes these designs with it and then just says, okay, now I'm going to draw over these outlines. So, I mean, if you've seen one David Mack, I guess you've seen them all. So for 1 in 50, it's not a consideration for me. The other two, definitely, I agree. Cheris has great line work. I love the inking of the black, like the shadowing it's perfect. It's nothing, and it really gives the lines like feel more bolder, more just it's eye appealing. And then you got the David Aja, which it feels like a it's like the Iliad and the Odyssey, and someone just that was one of the pictures that happened to be in that book, like that's how that feels like. Feels very like fantastical. I dig it. Do I like it more than the Cheris? Jeez. I guess I would take the Aja for the incentive and the Cheris regular trade dress because it's colored. So, yeah, the Aja is going to win for me incentive wise.
Okay, let's move on.
Woo. All right. This is Never Ever After number 1. I knew that we would get some moans on this, but I had to put in a Frizen in here somewhere. I'm actually not mad at In-Hyuk Lee as well. And the Sean Murphy, the design is not a bad concept. So we got Jenny Frizen for the 1 in 10. We got In-Hyuk Lee for the 1 in 25, and we got the Sean Murphy for the 1 in 50. So who wants to go first? Big Rob?
Yeah, I'll go. All right, you guys probably think I'll be crazy, but I like nothing's wrong with the art. Wrong with the art for Frizen and Lee. That's their standard art. I think the coloring on Frizen's, I don't know that. I get what she's aiming for, but I'm personally not liking the colors. It's just, I don't know. I guess too much contrast. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it makes me feel. But it's cool though. It's her line work. It's Frizen's work. It's her art. Beautiful, but not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. So I picked Frizen after Laura thought turns, and of course, yeah. The In-Hyuk Lee, it's In-Hyuk Lee art as well. They're both brilliant artists. They're just top of their game always, but it's just something about it's just not really hitting me at my soul. It's not really talking to me. It's cool. Alice in Wonderland art, and I saw some great Alice in Wonderland art this con. This is not it. But the Sean Murphy is the more interesting to me. It's almost like a playing card, it's like a poker card, right? Like a card for poker. I love the concept. I love the idea. Maybe artistically, it's not the best compared to Frizen and Lee, but I love the idea more, and it just speaks to me more. And it's something I would even consider buying. It's a 1 in 50 though. It's expensive. I'm assuming. What book is this, Jeff?
Never After.
Alice Never After.
Yeah, Alice
From
Never After.
Dynamite or
Boom.
Okay, so yeah, it might go for bigger bucks, I guess. I love the what's the name of the worm? Oh, the caterpillar on top. What's his name? I forget his name. Somebody in the chat will correct me.
Goodness, I can't even remember his name. That's not good.
Yeah,
the name for what?
The name for the caterpillar.
Counterfeiter.
No, the caterpillar.
Oh,
worm.
Isn't it just the caterpillar?
No, I think so. Yeah, he has a name. I like it, how it looks on the top of the key. That's pretty cool. So it's a great idea. I love the bunny. I love Alice. I love the Cheshire Cat, the guardsman. The key is the focus. Maybe it means something as the key. So that's a great piece of art in my opinion. 150 is going to be probably a little steeper, but if I had to pick just on art, that's the one I'd go for.
Nice.
You're going to be very surprised that I'm going to agree wholeheartedly with Rob on this one. It is the most in line with the original Tenniel illustrations in
Awesome.
Yes.
the novel.
Yes.
Lewis Carroll / Dodgson, whatever you want to use his real name or his pen name, the art that's in that is what will forever be embedded in my brain. I know for a lot of
Terry
people,
got it.
It's the Disney art that people will remember. I remember the Tenniel art the best, and that Sean Murphy nails the Tenniel art feel, that Victorian, that sort of late Victorian feel. There is nothing wrong with the Frisson or the Lee. They're both really pretty covers. But you can get, at least the Frisson, I know you can get as a regular cover with trade dress. I don't know about the Lee. I'm assuming you can.
I
not
think
really sure.
so as well.
I think you can.
Either way, even if you can't, it's a pretty cover. It's a little static, which is maybe my one gripe with it. At least Alice is anyway. The Mad Hatter looks cool as hell, though, as does the White Rabbit. But my favorite is, like Rob, the Murphy for all the same reasons. Just it has the right look for what I want. That's what I want Alice to look like. Did I freeze? I think I froze. It's what I want Alice to look like. I want it to look like that Victorian art, and that's what it looks like. And maybe a little bit too much white space, but I don't really care so much. It's by far the one that moves me the most, and it's different. It's cool.
Can I take a picture of a Alice in Wonderland piece of art at San Diego Comic? Can I show you guys real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you. How does this work? There you go.
I got you.
All right. Maybe I'll turn on the lighting a little bit on this. Hopefully
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Who drew that?
I forget. And this piece of art's like at least 6 feet tall, or maybe 5. It's massive.
Beautiful though.
That is a great piece of art.
Yeah, it was super expensive.
I bet.
It better be.
I'll show you the Ahsoka Tano later.
Oh, jeez. No.
Same art, I think. But I almost bought it, Mike. I almost bought it.
For me, yeah, like, so that's not the Frisson I would like. I feel like she was in between colors. Like, it feels like it's not black light enough, and it's not toward her normal coloring palette. It feels like it's just in between. So that's why I'm kind of stuck on that. I'm not really feeling it. Too much clutter as well. The In-Hyuk Lee, I'm actually happy with this one. Like, this is probably one of his better covers lately.
Really?
And so, yeah, well, for me, I really dig this Alice. I dig the White Rabbit. I dig that Mad Hatter, the Caterpillar, the Cheshire Cat. I dig all of it.
Yeah.
I do wish there was something in the background, but you're right, because it's too static for her. But it also throws me off too, because she's wearing like a chain necklace.
Yeah, that is weird.
And so I don't know what Lee was told or what's in this book, but that freaks me out.
That's a different avenue, right? That's a whole different road there.
Yeah. And then these type of art, like by Sean Murphy, this type of concept for covers, I always connected to them. I'm always like, it draws me to it. It's out of the ordinary, but it still captures exactly what the book is basically going for. This is wacky. This is going to be weird. This is, and you can tell who's the bad guys, like you can tell what's going on for the most part. It's just wacky enough for this particular book. And I agree with Mike. I kind of wish it wasn't just a white background, maybe like a washed, almost like a old paper that was kind of stained.
That could have been cool.
Yeah, I think that would have worked a lot better with it, but it's just a choice. Yeah, and that's after the fact, so hindsight is 2020. But yeah, Murphy all day.
Cool. All right, let's move on.
I think people are probably pretty surprised that we all chose that one, but
it's just a better one, I think.
It is the better one. And, you know, I mean, I would pick Jenny almost blindfolded any day, but
yeah,
not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Next. All right. We got, thank goodness I wrote the titles now. Night Terrors Harley Quinn #1. We got the 1 in 25 by Casper Wingard, and we've got a 1 in 50 by Sweeney Boo. All right. Mike, what do you think?
I like the Casper Wingard, actually. I like stuff like that where you create an image out of multiple images. It's cool. It's sort of like rock, like metal album cover kind of a feel to it, which I dig. I'm kind of over Sweeney Boo stuff in general. I just think it's too cute. It fits on Harley though, so that's okay. But I think there's like a metal vibe going on the Wingard, and I really dig it. I don't know that I love the color choices, but I'll throw a Jeffism in. I'm not mad at it, the colors, but I love the composition on the Wingard. I think it's pretty dope, and it feels like a metal cover. Metal as in real metal, not metal as in fucking DC metal. Damn it! I keep fucking freezing right in the middle of my stuff. Not as in like Dark Knight's metal, like metal music. So
like metal,
yeah.
How about you, Big Rob?
The Sweeney Boo, it's definitely going that DC animation style. That's what I want to see. It was like a animation cell from one of the shows or something. So if it's that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not me. It's not for me. 1 in 50 though for a Sweeney Boo cover. It's a lot. The other one's cool. I dig it. I like the whole reflection. Also kind of poker card kind of vibe. But I do see an album here. Well, I'm thinking more modern rock, to be honest, Mike. I'm thinking like White Stripes or
okay,
yeah, something a little more modern. I'm thinking like more modern rock type. I don't know. Can't think of bands right on the top of my head, but something more modern. I dig it. I love the colors. It's crazy.
It feels like something Queens of the Stone Age would put on their record.
That's what I was thinking. Right. Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking of that. All right. Yeah, so it's great art. I love the background, the kind of washed black with the whites and little hints of blues in there. That's great. It's a great piece of art in general. I could see that as a print, as a black light print wouldn't be cooler. But great work by Wingard. 1 in 25, also more affordable. You might find it for less than 25. So I recommend that.
Yeah, so I like Sweeney Boo's art, but this doesn't feel like an incentive cover.
Yeah.
It's just, it should have been a C cover. For 1 in 50, you have to pass. And I was actually thrown off by Wingard's artwork here because, I mean, sometimes I see his art and I'm just like, meh, okay. And then this kind of goes, oh, he has good, really good potential to kill it and do his style. This could be one of his different styles, like creating art out of different, figures. And
what a badass tattoo that would be for a Harley fan.
And it gives me a Dia de Muerto, like, Muerta vibes, right? Like gives you that kind of vibe. I kind of wish he was a little bit more bold on some of the colors, but that's fine. It works. The wash works. So I really dig it. I dig the fact that he used different types of Harleys to create this one picture too. Like if you look at them, they're all different.
Yep.
So that's really cool. I dig that. So for 1 in 25, definitely a better one to get. And I'm sure because it's Harley Quinn book, they'll order enough for the Sweeney Boo, but Wingard, it's gonna be cheaper.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those Native American. And they kind of had a similar feel. You're right. This is a little bit more tough, in my opinion, but yeah, kind of a similar overall feel.
All right. Let's move it on, and it will be a cool tattoo. Jeff?
Yes, sir. So we've got What If Dark, Spider-Gwen #1, another #1 book. And this time we've got a 1 in 25 by Mark Aspinall. And then we have a 1 in 100 by Mike's favorite artist, Rose Besh.
Let's call it the Besh wins. It's game over. Book of the night. Let's go home, folks.
I created the deck, so you know I had to do it to you, Mike. And guess what? Mike, you get to go first.
Oh, Lord.
Wasn't there wasn't there a San Diego Besh cover that was
It looks like this?
It was a Invincible book, I think, right?
Yeah, Invincible. That's right.
The one with the little tiny 10-year-old head on the on
the feet. I remember the feet for some reason.
God, this is terrible. Oh man, I don't even know how to do this anymore.
I broke Mike.
You broke me. Luckily, the Aspinall is actually a good cover. I actually like it, so it's a clear win. Anyway. I get that there's a thing for Besh. I really do. Just like there's a thing for Peach and there's a thing for Sienkiewicz, right? I mean, I like weird artists too, and I realize that their stuff isn't always hit. Sometimes it's miss. But like I feel like Besh just try to the point where I don't even know what the fuck is going on the covers. How is this person twisted like this? Like I don't even know why you would want to draw someone like that. It doesn't make any sense to me. She's departed from the street art thing that made her interesting in the beginning, and now it's just fucking weird. And it just doesn't do anything for me. It just looks like shit to me. I don't know. Just don't get it. Usually I can see why. Like I can even see why people like Peach, even the bad Peaches, right? Because there's still sort of like a sort of a smooth, serene feel to even her worst work. So I get like that. Looking at Peach's covers gives you this kind of a feel. Whether I like her stuff or not doesn't matter, but I get the feeling there. This I'm kind of like just doing this the whole time. Like, how does that piece fit there? And what is that, a hand ass or are those boobs, or where's her side? Where's the hair stop?
She's doing it to you, right? She's giving you the L.
And sure, like she has her legion of fans. She certainly doesn't need me to like it, so that's fine. Nobody gives a shit what I think anyway at the end of the day, but I just don't get it. This is not her worst work, that's for sure. I actually think that Invincible cover that she had at San Diego Comic-Con was pretty bad considering how tiny the head was. But it's interesting for people. It's different. Nobody else looks like it. So there's that. She definitely has a unique style that nobody else has. So I guess if you like it, this is the thing, but I don't get it. The Aspinall is good. Solid piece. I don't know if it's an incentive. Looks like, don't know if the Aspinall is an incentive, but it's a good piece. It's definitely a solid B cover level art. I like it.
Nice. Big Rob.
Yeah, Besh looks like how my feet felt on Sunday afternoon. Like shit. Yeah. Well, Mike said it really at this point. It's just the problem I have more with Besh at this point, it's just that she keeps reusing the same fucking shit over and over. I've seen this post a million times from her, And I get it. She's cool. She's kind of street vibe and is jumping in the air and contorting because she's fucking Spider-Man. I get all that, but it's like you've done it a million fucking times. Stop fucking doing it. It's definitely heading to the old homage overdone shit. I'm like, pick pick a different pose, dude. Just pick a fucking different pose. I'm surprised she didn't overuse the silk pose from that one yellow cover. She should have done that instead. Maybe that would have been cooler. But and I like purple, but they ain't helping this one. This is definitely shit.
Yikes! You got Big Rob to hate a purple cover.
Man, plus a 1 in 100, dude. You buy this, man. Whatever you're smoking, it's some good shit. The 125, nothing wrong with it. It's definitely Alex Ross light. So. That helps. As long as it's now, you can't be Alex Ross, baby. You can be Alex Ross light. That's an accomplishment in itself. Yeah. I think. It actually has emotion, it has feeling. It presents a story to you on the cover. It tells you a story, and it gives you a vibe. That fucking trade dress, though,
right?
It's atrocious, dude. It's horrible, fucking Marvel. But for like $10, that'll be cool. But the art itself, how he drew her in the tombstone and the rain and her crying and the spider little and the camera thing, great.
Yeah. I feel like the Besh has been done already on a store exclusive. Whether it was the same character or in a different position or a different character in the same position.
Probably same art.
It feels like it was like there was like a foil version of it or something. Trish mentioned it earlier. Yeah, the waist looks weird. The way she's like her arm, the aspect, like it's off. So definitely it's pretty not one of my favorite Beshes for sure. And not for 1 in 100. And if you want a rose Besh, just because you collect it, you can get the trade dress. Someone else mentioned that earlier too. Definitely Aspinall wins 1 in 25. It's giving me the, that kind of the death of Spider-Man in the Ultimate World. Like there was a couple of covers that had this like, melancholy kind of feel to it. So I dig it. I dig the face. I like the emotion you can see, and that's what I love when artists can draw that on a cover. So that's great. You can tell it's Peter in the grave. So yeah, it all says a story. When the cover says the art says a story, that's what I'm okay with. It doesn't have to be the best art, just tells a story and a good story.
They're like, oh, this is great art. Let's put this fucking horrible traitress on top. Let's do this.
Hey, they gotta tell you what book it is somewhere.
Right on the corner.
It looks too good, guys. It looks too good. Let's ruin it. Come on.
Yep.
You got the barcode. Let's do this. All right. Next book.
All right. Well, we got the X-Men Hellfire Gala 2023 #1. And as we all know, we've seen it throughout the last couple of years, few years at least. They brought back a J. Scott Campbell. He did some art, and then they actually tweaked it to make it an older looking art. But you need 100 extra copies. So we got the 1 in 100 Virgin, and then we got the 1 in 200, but it's the retro. What do you guys think, Big Rob?
So I think there is a regular one of this one as well. For the Virgin, there is a regular trade dress, so you can buy $5. I think I might have pre-ordered it. I'm not sure. I always like the retros. I like the filter. I know it's a cheap gimmick, but it works. It makes sense with his art and the aesthetic he's going for. So I always prefer the retros to all of these versions of the J. Scott Campbell classic Marvel cover or art that he produces for this I guess this random variant he's been doing for the last 6 months sporadically. because I got several. So the retro is the one I just on the art itself I would pick. I hate the damn stupid X-Men Gala logo on the bottom right corner. That shit is stupid. I don't know what the editor is thinking when he sees that. Like, oh, that makes sense. Let's just do that. But 1 in 200 X-Men book, it might sell for a ratio because X-Men people are just crazy like that. But I don't know. The other one's great too. The 1 in 100. It's just a cleaner version of it, not as with no retro filter. It's it's just aesthetics, your preference, whatever you find fancy. I'm happy with the $5 cover. That hits the spot for me. But yeah, if I had a choice, I'll go with the retro.
Yeah, the regular whatever $6.99 cover is so similar to that 1 in 200. I would have a tough time ever paying that kind of ratio for it. I'm perfectly happy with the $7 version or $6 version. But if money were no object, I really do like that 1 in 200. I agree with Rob that Hellfire Gala logo needs to go. But I really like it when he does these. I actually prefer this style for him or his regular style, his like glossy, shiny happy people. This is cooler. I think he should do more of this stuff. Often these are exclusives on his website when he does stuff like this, although lately there have been a few. So, I mean, I think actually this needs the trade dress, which is why I think I like the 1 in 200 first, then the $6 one second, then the 1 in 100 last, because I think it needs the trade dress. But pretty amazing. I actually think it's really well done. But I'll stick with the $6 version or $7 version.
Yeah, I mean, look, I always complain that, we only get J. Scott Campbell girly covers, right? And he's drawing 4 males, and look how well he draws them. Like, he needs to keep drawing more characters instead of the same old females over and over and over.
He's getting better at drawing males. He's doing
yeah. I don't want to see Black Cat. I don't want to see Mary Jane. Just get past all that. Start drawing some more characters, because this is great art. And someone mentioned it looks like the old Byrne, like run. Like he's imitating almost that kind of artwork, but in his own style. I dig it. Look, Jean Grey looks sexy. Marvel Girl looks sexy. That's cool. It's fine. But the trade dress absolutely works for this, especially for that 1 in 200. I didn't even notice that Hellfire Gala logo, and that actually kills it for me.
Yeah, it's a shame that they put that there.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, without that logo, that's a masterpiece. I would love that as a poster. So yeah, I mean, of course, I take the trade dress, but God, get rid of that logo. Stop it. It's not even on the Virgin, so why is it on this one?
At least it's over the top of like a kneecap rather than like Marvel
over the
face.
crotch of Iceman or something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I would love to see him draw. I would love to see J. Scott Campbell draw Street Fighter.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that.
Because I remember seeing his when he drew Danger Girl and G.I. Joe. That was great art. All right.
Yeah, I dig it.
It's all right. No one's gonna buy them anyways. Look who we have. Oh, we put it twice. Freaking Alonso. I swear I only put her picture on here once, but hey, it's Trish, so deserves twice. We got Disney Villains Scar number 4. We got the 1 in 10. So there is a trade dress, a regular cover trade dress in color. Now we got the black and white with the trade dress, and then we've got a virgin color with a 1 in 20. So, I mean, what would you prefer, Mike?
When I think Disney, I think color, right? So I just never think I don't think Steamboat Mickey in my head when I think Disney. I think the animated feature films. So I think color. Trish nails the model on this. She nails color on this. She nails concept, spatial composition, this is one of her best covers, in my opinion, no doubt. And we're talking Stray Dogs, we're talking Disney, we're talking everything. I think this is fantastic. It's all about attitude with Scar, and she definitely gets it. Although for the first time in a long time, I don't dislike the black and white. For anybody, love it with no trade dress. I really want to try to get my hands on one of these virgin ones. I'll get the regular one too, the regular color. But yeah, I think this is a masterpiece from her. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want a Scar cover to look like.
Big Rob. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
My bad. I said pretty much ditto. I totally agree with Mike. Nothing. Art is perfect. It's Disney art. She should be a Disney artist, really.
I agree.
Yeah, it's great art. Beautiful. I love the reflection of I believe the hyena on the water. That's a great little touch.
Trish, I love that comment.
Only one strong enough to beat me. Yeah, I agree with Mike. I prefer color. Nothing wrong with the black and white. It's just color always looks better for Disney. It's just color is an essential part of Disney, in my opinion. So yeah, Scar's face looks, his eyes look really cool on this particular piece of art. So that's perfect. That's what it is.
It's the same reason why I don't want those 1 in 100 Disney 100 variants, the black and white ones. I prefer the color ones. They just look better.
Yeah. If it's like Steve said, if it's going to be black and white, it better be fucking 1920s art.
Oh, Trish, I was going to say that. I was going to ask you if there were whiskers, but I didn't want to call you out on that.
Hey, okay, so Terry, there is a difference on the J. Scott Campbell covers. It's a retro look on the 1 in 200, so it's a little more grainy. Looks like an old 60s, 70s book. So yeah, there is a difference. But for this one, so I did pick the black and white and the color on purpose because the black and white does look good. I kind of wish they did it without the trade dress.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. That's why the color one is the winner. I even like the fact that the reflection is supposed to be of one of the what are those things? The three I forgot what the animal was. The hyenas.
Yep.
Yeah. But it also kind of gives me an homage feel to Stray Dogs. I feels like one of the covers. So like that face, I dig it. Like now I knew exactly this was Trish before I even saw the name connected to it. So I was like, oh, this must have been the one she was talking about earlier. So yeah, that I dig the way that Scar's looking. He's very what do you call it? He's a very alert. He's not gonna let his guard down. So he's gonna eyeball you across from drinking his water. Yeah, it's a pretty great cover to me. I actually like it better than the other ones. So
think if this were actually a movie, wouldn't that be what you'd want the VHS cover to look like back in the day?
I would even think this is like the straight animation from it. So that's why I think she deservedly should be a Disney artist.
Yeah.
She did what? She did Maleficent the other on her blank cover. Oh my god. I mean, it's great.
Well, you saw her store exclusive for Maleficent, right? That blew everybody else away. There was only one cover I liked better, and it was close.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I liked it better was because, like, I think if I remember, it was the one where it's small Maleficent, and it just felt like the Everett Earl, or however you say his name. It just felt like the art from the movie, so I dug it just a little bit more because it was a cool concept. But otherwise, whatever that store exclusive was, I forget. Trish, maybe you can remind us where that was. But that was dope.
Yes. Thank you, Trish. my mind isn't working all the time. But yes, let's move on to the next one. I think they're a limited series, right? So Disney villains, it's like a book each.
Yeah, there's 3 series going right now, I think, for Disney, and yeah, I don't know how many issues per run, but it's a definitely limited series.
Terry, there is a trade dress color version.
Yeah, you can buy
Yes,
it
there
for
is.
$4. But these incentives shouldn't be that expensive neither. So
Nah. There's so many of them, I can't imagine what they would be.
yeah, there's a lot of covers for this book.
I think there's multiple 1 in 10s and multiple 1 in 20s too.
Multiple incentives for sure.
Yeah, there's at least 10 to 15 books per issue. So.
If that, you might even get it for 12-ish.
I mean, what do you expect? It's Disney. They're gonna milk you.
Well,
Yes.
it's dynamite too. Shit on top of it.
That-
So it's like the 2 worst, like the Emperor and Darth Vader evil empires.
Somebody's buying them. All right.
That'd be me.
All right. What?
All right, so I saw a lot of the DC incentives, and I actually was a little more impressed with this one than I would normally have been with a normal Batman incentive. So this is the Batman, the Brave and the Bold number 3. It's a 1 in 25 by Jorge Molina. And Big Rob, you want to start on this one?
Yeah, sure. Batman the
He's
Brave
like,
and Bold.
no.
Meh.
No,
I don't like your taste, Jeff. Meh.
No, it's solid. It's actually when I see it, I just think of a bronze statue. To be honest, that's what I see. I think almost like a bronze statue, but obviously that's not. I'm not sure. The hand, the right hand looks a little weird. It almost looks like his hand got chopped off and it's a triangle. So I don't know what's going on. His right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like you see how it's disappearing.
Thanks.
into
You're
the-
just ruining it little by little.
So
Unless he had his hand cut off. I don't know.
no, it's like he's obviously leaning on that gargoyle, right? She's leaning on it. So
Crap.
but love the background. The buildings there is symmetrically perfect. It's just the colors. The colors is just not for me personally, but nothing wrong with it. It's a 1 in 25. Is it a 1 in 25? I say no. I think it's more of a cover B or C. But I don't know. I don't know what the other issues are look like for Brave and the Bold. So
You love this cover?
Why
it's
don't
a solid cover in general.
This is a big
That's
nerd.
Ronnie's like, you've ruined now. Thanks.
Yeah, it's only missing that hand. Yeah.
I never saw that. How about you, Mike and Dale? What do you think of this?
Bye. What are you doing?
Sorry. So Deo doesn't like this one.
Oh, okay. Dale
No.
doesn't like it.
No, you don't like it. I'm with Rob. I like it okay, but it certainly doesn't feel like an incentive to me. But it's a good solid cover. But now that hand thing has really kind of ruined it for me. It's kind of tough to unsee that. I wonder if this is final art or if the real one has the hand drawn in. You know, like Trish said, her scar has whiskers when it comes out. So maybe this has a hand? Let's hope.
I don't think so.
I don't
I
know.
think so either.
Probably not.
I think it's a shadow and lighting issue for that hand.
But it is solid art. It is a good cover. It looks like a good B cover to me.
Terry. Yeah, okay, so now that Big Rob pointed that out, I don't like this cover anymore. I did like it because
You're welcome.
Conceptually it's cool looking, but then now that you say it, I was just like, now it's kind of stiff. Now the cape looks a little more stiffer than I thought it was. It feels, like you said, it feels almost like a bronze statue. So, and then the hand's missing. I kind of dig everything else, at least the background of the buildings and all that stuff. So
It almost feels like he's in London.
yeah, I mean, I kind of dig it, but now you ruined it for me. So, and I'm out.
Yeah, something about his trousers and the
Yeah,
shirt.
now he feels like he has swim shorts on.
The bulge is just kind of out there.
It got a little extra shine there.
Yeah, maybe you saw somebody,
It's the shading. He just anatomically corrected it. That's all.
the Batarang. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we can move on now. I don't like it anymore. All right, we've got Ultimate Invasion number 2, the 1 in 50. by Julian Totino Tedesco. All right,
Already have.
Mike.
I usually like Tedesco's work, and I don't mind this, but I'm a little over the Miles with a Walkman thing.
Walkman, you're definitely dating yourself there.
I know.
Wow.
Doing beats.
Everyone was like, "What's a Walkman?"
Yeah, well, go look it up and buy one because they're cool. But I just, I don't know. I'm just a little over that trope for Miles. It's okay though. I mean, and I like that there's a background and some cityscape and like a little atmosphere. It's cool. Miles on Glee. Yeah. It looks like, I don't know. Something's off with proportions too, a little bit. Like his bottom. I know it's supposed to look a little foreshortened, but it still looks like his bottom half's a little small.
Miles on Broadway
as well. But yeah, it does now. It does kind of look a little bit like Miles and Glee. The art's not terrible, but it's certainly kind of making me laugh, and it shouldn't make me laugh. So it's not supposed to be a funny cover. It's supposed to be a cute cover, but not a fun one. A funny one.
It's ironically funny as hell, dude.
Everyone's killing
All
this.
the best haters look at this book. Yeah, seriously, like you can see this as a best point.
Flashdance files. I'm dying.
Yeah, usually I like Tedesco. This is a no. There's some elements I don't mind, but nope.
Big Rob.
Should call it the West Side Story variant.
I can see him going.
Yeah. Once you're a Spider-Man, you're a Spider-Man all
Nothing
the way.
wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It'll be a crazy twist, right? If they do that to Miles. But oh my God, the internet will blow up if that happened.
Oh God.
No, man, I just can't. I can't deal with West Side Story Miles, dude. It's just.
He's killing me, dude. You need comic accurate shading on your pants, sir.
He's still stuck on the bulge.
Just airbrush all my jeans.
Need smoke.
Well, Batman's like, don't worry about it.
With a single can.
All right, Jeff's dying. Yes, it also looks like San Francisco in the background, not New York City, really. But which is ironic. Yeah, I don't dig why do we need the fucking font for the music he's listening? That makes no sense to me. Like, I get it. He's listening to music. But I get the touch. I get the idea. It wasn't executed correctly. And I see that he put the music writing on as the spider webs.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute. But it doesn't work for Miles.
I think that's lame, actually. I don't think that's cool. I think it's lame.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's a cute thing. It's a nice try, but it doesn't work.
Well, it would have worked if it didn't have all the words for the music on there.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have noticed it. It would have just been one of those things that you notice after looking overall.
Yeah, maybe that's why he picked that particular color for the sky, kind of a parchment paper color. So the fucking trade dress too, man. It's just like adding the cherry on the pile of shit. It's just why? Sorry, man. It's just and plus a 1 in 50. Man, I'm wrong. Yeah, this is Miles Morales. I remember Miles Morales. There are people are fanatical to his character. They're gonna buy this cover. This might even be a $50 book, or more. So
why?
That's how the cookie crumbles. So sorry. I think we just completely trampled this cover. Who's next?
Yeah. I'm not digging the pose, so definitely out. It just looks awkward. Very awkward. Doesn't feel natural at all. So I'm out. And the background's just blah anyways too. So
Yeah, this might be a ghost.
I don't know. It's a Miles cover. People will order this.
And it's a wee.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that meme on Instagram. Wee, wee.
Second print 1 in 25. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope so. I totally hope so. That'd be great.
Oh God. All right, we can get rid of this one. All right. Well, we've got the Incredible Hulk #2, a 1 in 25 by Neil Francis Yu. Big Rob, what do you think?
Much better than Musical Miles. Incredible 2 Hulk. Who is it? I saw a Jim Comics video on YouTube. Give him a plug. He was all about this cover. He was raving, and he totally, because he's all about Incredible Hulk. So there's her first appearance. This is the first cover appearance of this particular character. This is for I think she is on a regular cover, but a smaller, not as focused as her in the cover.
Wait, who is she?
Girl with hoodie? Well, who is it?
Oh, I don't know. She's I guess like the new buddy for the Hulk.
Oh,
the new Hulk's buddy. So I'm not sure what kind of more importance, but just from me watching Jim describe it, it's a big important character in the story. This was first appearance, I believe, of this book, if I'm not mistaken, or at least first cover. And it's a 1 in 25. So just on the spec value, this is going to be probably a hotter book. It probably will sell for more than $25. I think the art's solid. I love the touch of the Hulk as the background and with the trees, right? That's a cool little touch. It's kind of a Man Thing vibe to it too, but the kind of a swampy feel that she's walking through. So I dig that. Like the mist. I think it's a solid cover by you. It's almost a little too much interior art vibe to it, but it still works, and I know it's going to be a hot book. So if you see it for $25, I recommend grab it.
Nice. How about you, Mike?
I like it a lot. I mean, it has the sort of a Francavilla vibe on one side of it. It sort of has a Sienkiewicz vibe on another side of it. I dig the sort of duo tone of it. Rob's right. Some of it has a little bit of an interior panel kind of a vibe to it. The concept is cool. It is well executed. It will be a hot book. The trade dress is small.
Not everyone does that, sir. Not everyone's going to do that. I told you she wasn't dead.
I really do good cover, and I don't think Yu gets nearly enough credit for his art. He's often just sort of relegated to the AB cover, interior panel, worthless comic book guy. And I love it when he finally gets covers that might actually have some legs. So I like it from the artist getting a little bit of a nod. I think it's a really well executed concept, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I had to pick this one. This was like, especially after seeing that Miles cover, I was like, I need something it's not in your face, no pun intended. And I dig the fact that he integrated the Hulk into the background of this whole thing. He's like part of the sky. It's a very cool concept and art that he worked in. You're right. It's kind of whatever's in a sense, but with the Hulk in the background, the different, like specks of green, it's kind of like the stars. So I'm really digging all of that. The foreground looks great. It's a little boring, but I actually dig this one for a 1 in 25. And if this is going to be a key issue, it's a good cover to get.
And I'm definitely curious about the story, especially after the Donny Cates debacle with the giant demonic Hulk that he created. That shit was complete trash, and so I guess it's going more back to the roots of the Hulk. More of
the roots.
That's pretty funny.
Going back to the roots of the Hulk, the more
the branches,
fighting the monsters, fighting other monsters and stuff like that. So I at least I might, something maybe I buy in trade paperback or hardcover in the future when they got them all.
You know why you like this one, Big Rob? because Terry pointed it out. That trade dress is not huge, and in the middle and in the center, it is a
Fucking
smaller.
miracle.
Yeah.
It's a smaller trade dress. It's the trade dress that you hate the most.
Did I freeze? Did I freeze when I said that? Because I said
No,
that it was a nice small trade dress.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, you must have. I didn't hear.
Maybe we just missed it there, but yeah, it's I 1,000%. It's one of the worst trade dresses out there, and
to have it nice and small.
So to me that tells me that the editor is aware. So why the fuck did he does that in the past? Just like he well, let's move the trade dress so you can see the Hulk's face, so the art makes sense, and not put the stupid trade dress all over the damn cover.
You didn't want his trade dress to be his forehead?
Oh, by the way, but this is the probably early art. There's no barcode on the cover, so there will be a barcode eventually.
That's true.
It's in the
No,
back.
please don't actually be big. No.
It's a decent size. The barcodes are always like a medium sized little box, right? So it will fuck up the art a little bit, but like I said, the spec value is still strong on this book, at least in the short term. It's still a strong book to get. All right.
Yeah. At least there's space for the barcode.
Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Go ahead, Jeff.
Star Wars Darth Vader, black, white, and red. I had to put this in here. I know you guys are gonna have a fun time with it. Number 4, it's 1 in 25. It's a Kevin Eastman cover. Go ahead, Big Rob, murder it.
I don't know if I'm gonna murder it. It's just I'm more in shock than anything. The fuck did Kevin Eastman do to Darth Vader?
Kevin Eastman signs it.
And the only thing worse than this could be a Stan Sakai Darth Vader, because that'd be some fucking hilarious shit. At least that'd be funny. Eastman is just, man, I want to see like turtles in this fucking cover or something with Vader. That'd be, I don't know, dude. It's,
oh god.
I'm assuming this is snow.
Dog doesn't like it.
If you have to say, I'm assuming that it's.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know where he's at. I don't know if it's like water, mud, shit. I don't really know if it's black, white, and red. I don't know what's going on, really. It's just some random, bulky Kevin Eastman character as always. Man, it works great for the turtles because the turtles are kind of short and stocky and bulky, right?
Chris nailed it.
Yeah, I literally stumped for a minute there. I just couldn't say. I don't know what to say. 1 in 25, you're fucking ridiculous. But Kevin Eastman fans are fanatical. They will buy this cover. Hopefully, they buy it for less than $25, but they'll buy it. So, they'll sell.
Cocaine Vader. All right, Mike, what do you think?
I just think it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, it's just like who at Marvel or on the Lucasfilm team thought that Kevin Eastman should ever be hired to do a Vader cover. Like somebody reached out to him and said, draw us Vader. It wasn't there anybody else? Wasn't there somebody else in the room that was like, have you ever seen his work? I don't think he should be drawing Vader.
But Mike, Kevin Eastman he knows how to draw better. It's just I don't know.
He does.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. And look, you're right. His stuff fits Turtles. It's the right thing. And you almost can't see Turtles without his work, right? So it's weird. But it's the thing that we say about Peach a lot of times. Like they put her on the wrong books. It's not that it's not that her art is necessarily bad. It's just that like she's on the wrong books. This is the wrong book for him. That's all. Simple as that. I don't know. It's kind of a shame. It feels a little embarrassing to me.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Bruce. Yeah, those thighs, those are some major thick thighs.
It's like he's wearing fucking MC Hammer pants.
Yes. Skids.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I saw this and I go, all I could think to myself was, this is a Star Wars coloring book. and that's the cover for the coloring book.
Yeah, 1,000%.
It just looks straight up for 3 to 5 year old kids.
Yeah, but an unlicensed coloring book.
Yeah, it just like
From Mexico.
it's the bootleg version.
It's someone from Mexico at the swap meet.
I'm so sorry, Kevin. Like, I love Kevin. He is one of the nicest guys. I love that he came up with the turtles. Like it's a shame to me that he does this, and I don't know if he's proud of the work or not, but I don't know.
And that aspect is cool. If they would have somehow played that bootleg action figure Star Wars variant shit from like the Turkish figures or those Mexican figures from the 80s.
Uze. Remember the Uze one?
Yeah, I mean, you're thinking the same thing. Yeah, it's if they would have done it in that kind of avenue as a toy variant, a bootleg toy variant, his art would work for that. But
GT Key is right. This is my artwork from when I was in high school.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
My level of art. So yeah. Ugh. Do better, Kevin, please.
I would have cheated and used that grid system and just do one block at a time.
I mean, I would even have given it like if he kind of mixed it with almost like a Shredder looking kind of character, like his version of Vader, but it's just ugh. So
yeah, just he's gotten kind of artistic, but we just went off with it or something. Yeah,
Hammer Pants Vader. I'm out. Let's go, big Rob.
Yeah, who would have done it worse, Frank Miller or Kevin Eastman, right?
Oh gosh. Let's not find out, sir. We got one already. We don't need the other.
Oh, dude, that's what I want to see. Frank Miller, Kevin Eastman, and Stan Sakai all on the same cover.
And you want to add Maria Wolf to it too?
No, hush your mouth. Sir.
I think Sakai would have at least done like a samurai looking one, and that kind of works. So Sakai might have actually done a decent cover for Vader
with a skinny neck.
Yeah, probably.
All right,
that's hilarious. All right, move it on. All right, I don't know why I picked it, but it stood out to me. The Seasons Have Teeth number 4 to 1 in 25 by Carmen Carnero. So, what do you think, Mike?
Sorry, did you say me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Damn it. I'm having bad times with freezing tonight. I'm really sorry, guys. I really
am. It's all good.
I like Carnero's work often. This one is okay to me. There's some really cool textures in it. I can't tell if I think it's digital or really painted. I have a feeling it's digital, but I can't say for certain.
I don't know.
Man, I don't know. It's a tough call. I kind of like it. It's super creepy. Maybe just a little bit too much white going on it, but I dig that sort of like, I don't know, 1990s new metal design going on the top of the thing. I like it, but it gives me B cover vibes, not 1 in 25 vibes. But I dig some of the details and textures in it. Definitely, some of those textures are pretty dope.
Nice, Big Rob. Oh, Big Rob, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I did it again. Just follow me here. 3 points here I got. First point, there's a skull in his mouth.
Huh?
If you look closely in the mouth of the monster, there's a skull.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on purpose or just accidentally, but there's a skull there. It almost looks like the Red Skull, honestly. That's on the art. Another thing, when first I saw it, you ever seen the episode of Star Trek when this giant white furry monster attacked Captain Kirk?
Yes.
And he bites him and he almost dies from like this fever. Totally, that's what I thought of that. And third, this reminds me like Blizzard art. You know, the Blizzard Entertainment, the video game manufacturer or developer.
Mm-hmm.
That it reminds me of that Diablo, that Activision art. And it brings me back to that. So it's definitely digital, I think. But it's cool. It's a cool piece of art. Very almost the centering and soul trading card. They also do a kind of a trading card vibe to it. It's interesting. I dig the concept of the creature. The art makes, I guess they're in snow. It makes sense. I don't know why there's a bunch of destroyed vehicles. Obviously, to do with the story, what this creature is. So 1 in 25 of what's the print? Who's the publisher?
Good question.
Ooh.
It's got to be some off beaten path publisher.
Image?
There might be is it Image?
It could be. I know it's an indie, but it's a known indie.
If it's Skybound or Image, then it should be easier to get. But if it's
Boom. It's Boom.
Oh, Boom. So it should be somewhat easier to get. Well, if it was like Opus or some shit like that, then you forget about it. You're not getting
Source Point.
Yeah, some really small publisher, but yeah, so it should be somewhat more accessible. Maybe not every little fucking comic book shop in the world is going to have it, but some mid-sized shops might have this book, so it still might be a rare book on that. So it's a cool, interesting art. I'll say that for sure. It's solid for sure from Carmen.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's digital. I kind of hoping it isn't, but you're probably right that it is. But good on her if it is digital and we're questioning it.
That's true.
I dig the way the hair looks on this creature. Like that's probably more important to me in the overall, because I can see the depth and the of the creature's like coat, and it looks freaky. I'm scared. I definitely don't want to see this when I'm heading up to the mountain to go ski. So yeah, it's good art. I like it. Would I get it? I probably wouldn't get it, but I picked it because I figure we have some horror lovers out there, and this is very kind of freakish, and at least it's better than a lot of the other covers I've seen. So
yeah, it's not in our bubble, but I can see a lot of people liking this.
Yes. Yeah, and I was hoping maybe if Steve was on the show that he would talk about it, but he is a tired guy and he's out with the family. So
yeah, this is definitely Steve book.
Yeah. All right, we can move it on.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful.
And we have gotten here. It is victory number 2, the 1 in 15. I know there was a ton more incentives. We're not going to talk about those incentives because they're not going to compare to this one. So this is the Carla Cohan 1 in 15 Virgin variant. I believe there is a trade dress.
There is.
So Mike, you know what? Let's start with you, sir.
Okay, this is a masterpiece. This is absolutely gorgeous work. The trade dress version is the winner of Cover Fire this week. Shocker. I mean, this is, if you can't see this hanging on your wall as a piece of like gallery level art, really make you look. Let me put it this way: if you're looking at this side by side and you're asking yourself which is the better piece of art, and you don't pick this, like I don't know that we even deserve this level of art in comics. This is crazy masterpiece level stuff. All of the choices, the lighting choices, the background choices, and I know we keep getting these almost solid color backgrounds and stuff, which people are a little sick of, but I mean the understanding of anatomy and shadow and the level of mastery we're talking about here is, I think as Trish put it once, this is like a magician at work. This is beautiful stuff. This is one of her best covers in a while too, in my opinion. And I think part of it is this is a black character and the skin tones are more in contrast with things. And that might actually be what makes this a better cover than some of her others, where we got like a white, well, if you can call that a costume. I don't know what you call them. whatever there is of the fabric there that is white is in nice contrast with the skin tone. So it's really it's just a gorgeous piece. I can't say enough good things about it.
Nice. Well, Big Rob, do you like it as much as Mike does?
Well, Mike, he's 100% his master at work. By the way, there was a ton of Vampirillas at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
I don't doubt it.
That's right.
Oh man, that's a lot of scantily clad, maybe.
Yeah, that outfit for sure. It's brilliant. The way she drew the hair is obviously the African person, right?
Yeah,
the hair. Mm-hmm. That's not easy to do, and she did it brilliantly. Honestly,
especially when you don't, as the artist, doesn't have that kind of hair,
doesn't have the familiarity with it. Yeah,
right. That's got to be even harder to do. So
yeah, for her to project that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I like the little touch of the
rosary beads, GT.
The rosary, yeah. Even we usually give her shit for the generic Sears background. Well, that's some other artists as well, right? But the background looks great. Actually, it makes sense. The colors that she put, the textures in the back, it makes sense. This is top 10 covers of the year for sure.
Yeah, I'm there with you on that.
And I'm not a big Dynamite homer. But because they play with black magic at Dynamite, man. They always have great art, and this is even for them, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So, wow. Congratulations, Carla. You fucking killed it. So when you do a shit cover, we're gonna point at this. Like, why can't you do it like that?
Exactly.
Right. And your shit cover is probably going to be better than most other covers.
Yeah, but for her, I'm saying, because it happens from time to time. She'll produce a cover and we're like, wait a minute, no, you done shit before that's just crazy.
Victory 2. Victory number 2, buddy.
Yeah, we just say victory.
Yeah. Yeah, when oh god, GT. When Mike showed me told me like, oh, I definitely want this one on there. And I saw it, I go, well, I can't look at any other covers now because that was the first cover I literally looked at. I go, oh, I hate every cover after this. So kind of Mike screwed me when I went looking for these covers.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. At least I got to start with the best. Yeah, I agree with Rob. The background actually, like, I'm usually the one who complains about her backgrounds because they're very Sears catalog background pictures. So, but this time it actually makes more sense. You can see the lighting also being reflected in the same spot in the background as onto her. Like she nails all of the perspectives. Just like they said before, the hair is a difficult thing to nail. Especially when you are not of that race, especially when you're not used to seeing it. And especially when you can even argue she is better at it than some artists of African-American or, background. Like she nails the freaking hair. I love that she nails the tone of the body, the dimples in places, the stretching, it's a masterpiece. Yeah, it's a masterpiece on anatomy, body, human anatomy. So whoever she learned from, you guys got to go find that person, that teacher to learn from. I'm telling you.
I think she learned from her husband, didn't she?
Did she learn from Cruella? There you go.
Yeah, like her rib cage and her chest muscle, the bone structure, it's crazy.
And the way it integrates into the outfit, and it shows that it's skin tight, and then you see a little bit of the ribs through the skin tightness of her outfit, like the fold on her collar, the shading. I cannot complain about it whatsoever. She nailed it. This is probably one of her best arts of this whole year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is weird and why I'm even looking there, but like the inside of her elbow, like that shadow and everything in there, just the attention to that, to get that exactly right is just a master class in how to draw a human. It just is.
And didn't Carla learn art within like the last 10 years?
Yeah, and she's like the master. She's master
Just
of
think of
lighting.
that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
think of that. In the last 10 years.
Understanding the lighting is awesome. Yeah,
It's just puts
The tension on that shoulder area where it's stretched back, like you can tell that
The
the
little-
muscle is tense there.
the dimple between the collarbone, like
Yes.
man,
So,
It's
like-
disgusting. It's so
like-
good.
like the
It's so good.
bicep on her arm because she's a skinnier woman, right? So it's
Yep.
like that more slender, light, like thin muscle. It's just,
Yep.
it's
she had to have a model. There's no way.
yeah.
Like I can't imagine anybody doing this off of memory.
It's got to be a person that looks like that she knows.
Has to be.
Or she drew her own body and toned it.
Oh
Yeah, give her a little more height, a little more tone. Yeah,
masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
yeah.
Man, would I love to have this original shit.
Yeah, that would cost you one hell of a pretty penny.
It sure
Yeah.
would. It should. It should. I hope she's charging a lot for this whenever she sells it.
You never know. Maybe she's not getting a bunch of demands for it. Who knows?
I hope she knows this is one of her best covers.
Hmm.
Well, let her know. Go to her IG and let her know.
She probably
Yeah.
sold it already.
Probably sold it at San Diego if I had to guess.
All right.
All right, sir.
Or
Okay.
exclusive.
Woohoo.
Thank you for ending on that.
Yep, no problem. And store exclusives are short, so
Okay.
we'll get to this. All right, so this is Amazing Spider-Man number 32. This is by I don't know how to say her name. Lyric Lee.
Lyrics Lee, yeah.
Yeah. It is $40 for the trade dress and virgin. I believe this is also 3,000, 1,000. I thought I saw that somewhere. So what do you guys think? Big Rob, what do you think?
Well, it's not for Lyrics to come right after Carlo, right? That's just wrong.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Just
But
forget
just
the
get-
Carlo one.
Yeah, forget that. It's actually solid. It's I know it's obviously digital, but it's great. I think in general it's good. I don't know whether there's a giant battery behind her, but that's a giant battery behind her.
Oh my God, you're right.
But it's cool. I like the kind of it's obviously going for that more anime feel to it, which does have a large audience, and a lot of people will eat this up, and this probably will sell well. I would rather have the version. The trade dress does not make sense here at all. But this is a million times better than Besh's version. You know, Rose Besh, about 20 years ago, we saw that cover. Yeah, this is a lot better. Is that a water bottle she's drinking or something?
Yeah, it's a personalized water bottle, has her name on it.
It's like almost she's like at the gym or something, right? It's the
Yeah,
vibe
it's like
it's
she's
giving.
working out.
Yeah, it's the vibe she's giving. Yeah, it's good. It's solid cover. It's great. Like the colors.
Is it
Definitely
a
a
little sneaky Spider-Man on the side there?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a little doll, like a plushy
Yeah.
doll.
little plush. Yeah, it's definitely hitting that anime vibe for sure. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it'll be a popular. But $40 not that bad for trade and version.
Yeah. Big. What about you, Mike?
It's good for what it is. You know me, I don't really love the digital thing, and I certainly don't love the anime thing, so it's tough for me to be objective on these. But it is solid, and I think that Lee's work has come a long way in the last year. A lot of the covers I've seen recently have been a lot better than previous stuff. I think exception this is a good one. There's a really good Poison Ivy. I think it's Poison Ivy Uncovered this week from Lee that I really liked as well. So Lee's work has definitely taken an uptick for me, but it's still at the end of the day too digital and too anime for me. So it's a pass for me, but I could see people loving this one.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that Poison Ivy one because I was debating on putting that on here too.
It's like the Titanic, like she's on a couch getting drawn.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I put it in cover fire this week. The trade dress.
Very nice. I guess I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, want to go? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's got that anime feel. I'm glad that she didn't make her face look super young. Um, that's great. Yeah, the digital part, it's because of the background. You can tell it's digital art. That background is just super generic for the most part, except for the Spider-Man plush. And then I think my only complaint would be the costume's a little shiny. I don't know if it's silk or cloth. So I thought it was cloth, but
Polyester.
Yeah.
I maybe and she's sweating, so maybe it's got a little glisten on it. Who knows? But if that was my only complaint, there's nothing else. There's nothing wrong with this. This is actually a store exclusive that is, I think people would like.
Yeah.
I understand it's 4,000 pieces, 3,000, 1,000, but it's not bad. It's definitely worthy of purchasing. So
Yeah. Mark Brooks will be proud of the shininess.
yes, little Sosamaika. All right, I actually don't know what book this is, but I'm assuming this is like a DC swimsuit illustrated kind of edition. But it is a Tiago da Silva, and I actually don't know how much this is because I think Alonso put these in because I this is where I stopped putting in comic book covers. Let's start with Big Rob.
Well, obviously, he's homaging the what's the company's name, Mike?
Coppertone.
Coppertone.
Yes.
That's right. So it's cute. I love. I'm just looking for dogs, so I always love that. I love Crypto. It looks great. Damn, she definitely squats, dude. It's like the musculature on her legs is crazy,
Bro.
You can definitely see the tone on everything. So she's jacked for sure. It's cool. It's we've seen many copper tone homages. The Snorts Illustrated. I don't know what that is. No clue. Obviously, something with DC related because it was in their character Parker in Crypto. But actually, I like more the Virgin. I really don't need the trade for this one because I know it's trying to homage the Sports Illustrated cover, but for some reason just the Virgin just looks cool and it's cute. I like it in general. It's not the greatest shit ever, but it's solid. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it.
Mike.
So I like artistically, I like everything about it other than the face. The face looks a little bit too flat or something to me. Like there's like a rendering missing. I don't really know. For me, it's just not well done.
It's almost like a toy.
And I'm a little tone. Yeah, kind of like a toy. And I'm a little over the copper tone homage thing as well. Although I love the colors, the lighting's done really well. I especially love the dog and the anatomy of her legs and butt. So like bottom half of the cover is like a 9. Top of the cover is like a 5.
Well,
So
we know who picked this, so we know why.
Yeah, it's almost really, really good, but there's enough wrong with it that it's not to me. Yeah, that face ruins it for me. Sorry to say.
Yeah, so okay. I agree on the part where I like the legs down on her.
Yeah.
Anatomically, everything is correct. It feels correct. She got some pretty muscular calves and thighs. Should be. She is Power Girl. I love Crypto on this. It actually looks like a real damn dog, and they just put a cape on him. I dig that. I don't like the face, like you said. That messes with me. I don't like the way her hands are at all in any positions. Both of them just looks odd. And I don't like the fact that I can't tell that they're stepping in sand or quicksand.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah.
So I don't like that either. Everything else, the background, the shading of the coloring, I like all of that. It's just it's 50-50 on how good it is. So I'd have to pass because it's store exclusive. It's just 50-50, whatever. I'm out. I'm not paying that exorbitant price for it.
It almost looks like she has Botox.
She just came back from Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she has too much Botox in her face.
Yeah. It's
So
nice, but it's not all the way there.
There should be wrinkles in her face just based on her expression.
Yeah. Just the hands look awkward. So awkward.
Yeah, that pinky, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got Avengers #1. I think it's Avengers #1. And this is by Thiago da Silva. This is limited to 600 pieces. It's only a trade dress. There is no virgin. It's $40. So, yay. This is by the conglomerate of KRS and NBC and Eastside and Comic Mint. What do you think, Mike?
So, man, it's like the same problem again. The face is too like dead. Like there's nothing going on there, and there's nothing good in the expression. Although the lighting's great, the hair is great, the butt is great. I like the floating stuff, rocks, meteors, whatever those are supposed to be. So the cover's almost great, but it's that one thing that really sort of bugs me. Costly, especially since we know it's not 600 copies. It's obviously 3,000 and it should be $20. But I can see people liking the cover. There's some really, really great aspects about it. It looks too digital to me overall. But the hair I dig a lot. And the lighting I dig a lot.
Big Rob.
All right. It's actually the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, sir. Hold on, right. Yeah, they're full of shit. It's not 600. Where's the other 24? What is it? Is it 3,000 or 4,000?
3,000.
It should be 3.
Yeah, where's the other 2,400 liars? Well, the trade dress immediately kills it, no matter what the art is. The trade is just atrocious. Yeah, the face is dead completely. It's definitely more of a video. I know they're going for the video game vibe on this, almost like that. What's the name of that video game? That mobile one, Contest of Champions.
Oh yeah,
it has that vibe to it. Yeah, the hair is great because they're using probably a video game engine to draw this shit. No, it's not. I know people like. Some people do like this. It's just for me personally. It doesn't work. It's too fucking digital. It's too much store exclusive variant, which is a negative at this point in this particular, at least in my bubble. So $40 too for $1. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much nails it. I mean, you don't like the Barbie face?
Barbie looks better than this shit.
No, just the static face of
yeah,
Barbie.
It looks better than this shit. Yeah,
it looks better than this. Yeah, I actually the hair is probably the best part of this. Everything, it's not bad. It's just the face is just like meh. Like I get no emotions and doesn't evoke anything. So. Yeah, it's like having your favorite superhero, and they're just Spock's face. It's Spock's reaction to everything.
No, don't insult Spock like that, bro. He has more fucking personality and emotion.
All right, it's okay. More like a Vulcan's personality on a Superman's face. Would you dig that? It's just boring.
Yeah, this is Vulcan boring.
Yeah, so. As nice as it is, it's not good enough. So
yeah,
and that's store exclusive. You have to be picky like that because they're expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive, and they're hardly ever worth anything unless they're by Trish.
Yeah, very few. It's just you really gotta knock it out of the park for a store exclusive.
Yeah, or unless it's a Battle Chasers homage.
All right, let's move it on. I think there's one more. Yep, one more. So we've got okay, so this is Fall of X #1, Jean Grey #1. This is done by Ariel Diaz. There is a trade and a virgin. 3,000, 1,000 by Big Time, and it's $30 for the set, which is crazy. I think it's 10 and 20 separately.
Wow, like what they should be. Amazing.
I know, right? What do you think, Big Rob?
Just go buy the Mark Brooks version of this. It's better.
Yeah.
It's again. If I want to play video games, I go play video games. I don't want to look at video games on my comic book covers. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. This is why I don't want to be a dick, but that's why I don't like really store variants, because they all look like this. So super generic, boring shit, and I just don't like it. And then they have the gall to charge you fucking $30 to $50, and it's like, there's a sucker born every day, I guess. But yeah, it's the trade dress is interesting, very Jack in the Box. So that's interesting. Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd definitely pick the Virgin, because it doesn't have none of the fonts, especially the Fall of X thing. I've seen Ariel Diaz's work before. She has talent. She would do a lot better, in my opinion. So yeah, it's a skip for me.
And I think to piggyback off that, I think that these artists know that they don't have to do their best work on these things. They know they can get away with this look on the, and they're perfectly fine. There very few, at least I think very few of these stores are doing a check and balance thing where they're like, no, redo that, or I don't like it. You need to change this. I think they just accept what they get, to be honest. This isn't terrible, but I'm with Rob. It just looks too digital and too generic-y, and I already forgot this cover. It's still on my screen. Like, there's just nothing interesting about this. Nothing bad about it either, but just nothing compelling to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just bland.
They're better. I like the art. I like Ariel.
Yeah. There isn't anything wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just not.
I completely agree with both of you, though. Like, it's how many times do I need to see the same exact layout of a character on these store exclusives?
Right.
And it's not just one store. It's not just a few stores. It's all across the board. Every single store that sells store exclusives definitely has one of these, if not multiples of these, in their in their bag. So yeah. It's nothing special to me, and this is why we always talk about the cost of buying a store exclusive to what you like, and it's just so generic that you just have to pass. It's just an A cover, basically. And why pay $30 for an A cover?
This is why, 20. And I'm sure we're about to tag into this, but this is why we love the Birds their stuff, because they choose to go off the rails a lot of times and don't do this stuff a lot. I think more stores need to take that and run with it and just try some things that are a little like out of the box, that are a little different, because that's what people want. I mean, you think about the store exclusive that have been worth money over the last year or two, and they're almost all from Bird City.
Yeah,
there's a reason for that. They choose all kinds of different artists, so it's not all Trish or any other. It's just that they have some interesting concepts that I'm not trying to plug a specific shop on the show. I know that that's not what we do here, but yet I think it's pretty obvious that we often like the Bird City ones because they're different. They don't look like generic stuff that are forgettable like so many of these others. And I think more shops need to start doing that if they want people to drop 30, 40, 50 bucks on a book.
Yeah, like when you say they go off the rails, that's what I want out of my store exclusives.
I want something different.
Yeah, because if I want this, I'll buy some generic shit. But yeah, I want something off the rails, something I cannot predict. Like the Alice in Wonderland was a good example. Like the
Xiang.
Yep.
Yeah, the lead. No. The one we saw today.
Today's the
the
Murphy.
prison and the lead. Nothing wrong with the art. It's great art. It's just generic at this point from those artists.
It is.
But the third cover was different.
By
And
Murphy.
The layout.
Murphy, that's right. Yeah.
The layout, the art, just the whole idea of it was different. And that caught my eye because we bought a million books in the last 40 years or whatever. So it's like we want something different. I guess the people who buy these are people who are new to the whole genre of comic books. They don't know. So this is cool. It's cool art, but we've seen it a million times, so we're over it. But
Yeah.
I guess if you're new into it, this is your thing, and that's what they obviously make them for them because they sell.
Yeah, Lisa's right. It does look like the Jean Grey logo
Slim
looks like
Jim.
Slim Jims. That's
I was thinking
freaking
Jack in the
hilarious.
Box, personally, me, but Slim Jim.
That too. It's actually really terrible.
And Bruce, you're totally right. And that's it right there. I mean, it's that shows just how interesting their stuff is. And people are like, "Oh shit, why didn't we think of that?"
I feel like the people, when they first get into this business and they first open a store and they first do the comic book, obviously, number one, to make money, right? It's a business. Number two, they usually have a passion to get into this business as well, right? And that's where you get the store exclusives, and then you have this passion, and all of a sudden, like, oh, this store is known for having really good store exclusives. And then a couple years later, they're just like, they're getting this. They're ordering these.
Yep.
And it seems to me that these people lose passion for being unique, for enjoying art, for, I guess, celebrating art instead of just, I'll hire this person so I can make money on a store exclusive.
Right.
I cannot care about that any more than the next person. Like, no one should care about that. It should be something that catches my eye, adds to the comic book world, adds to the fans that are going to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pointless to do all of these same type of store exclusives. It's boring. It's old, and this is why people you'll see them selling it for $5-10 at a small con. It's not good for our collection. It's not good for our little geeky world.
Yeah,
it's too saturated. Yeah.
By the way, that character on that Hulk cover, her name is Charlie, aka Charlene.
Charlene. Oh boy.
And that's her first cover appearance.
Oh.
And there is a first appearance for somebody else called Sister Sadie. So
who knows?
Right. Oh wow, okay. That'll be a hot.
Yeah, multiple first appearances. It will be a hot book.
With a cool cover to boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even like the cover, to be honest. All right.
Oh.
All right, we made it. Find me on CBSI. That's Comic Book Invest. Every Tuesday, Cover Fire drops late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone. And it's just basically the antithesis of this podcast, which is where I talk covers. No incentives. No exclusives, just regular stuff. And I already talked about a couple of this week's covers, so I always spoil them. And then whenever I get around to it, Cover Tunes will come back. But do keep in mind there are 210 issues in the past. So if you want to check out what Cover Tunes is, you can just go search for it on comicbookinvest.com and check out what I've written over the last 4 or 5 years. There's a lot of content there.
Yes, go check it out. CBSI, Cover Fire. It's always good to get more information. And CBSI has a ton of it.
Indeed.
Awesome. All right. And nope. There you go. That's it.
No, that's it, sir.
That was last week.
All right.
You guys have anything left to say before I get on to our sponsors and stuff?
Don't think so.
No. What's our final there? No artist was harmed in the making of this video.
Well, maybe
That's
maybe
right.
a little bit of feelings.
Maybe a little Rose bash again. Sorry, Rose. Sorry. Nothing personal. I'm sure you're very sweet.
There's a couple on this week. So.
If she has any good friends, they'll tell her not to watch the show.
Yeah.
I love you, Rose, but
I will say this: Souza Maika came at me friendly against my my talk of Peach and Rose at one point. So you have your army is out there looking after you.
I will not insult Souza Maika. That's
well, somebody's buying the books. That's for sure.
Yeah, and she was fine about it. She wasn't like mean about it. She's like, maybe don't be so mean.
Trish nailed it.
What she was really saying was, someday that's going to be me, and I don't want to hear how you're going to destroy my book.
Kevin Eastman, man.
Oh, Kevin can handle it. He's been around too long.
Yeah, he's got thicker skin.
Yeah.
Man, he definitely jumped the shark there.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, now that we're done hurting artists' feelings, we can say some words for our sponsors. All right. So we have unlimited cover price for only 99 cents, and it's 30 days. 30 days of unlimited cover price. If you type in the code Nerdvana14, that's Nerdvana14.
It truly is a great tool, everybody. It really is.
I use it all the time. I'm using it for the last 2+ years.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a wonderful tool. It's very easy to keep track. I definitely have my collection saved in there, so it's cool. And then you can go to Bird City Comics. We just talked about them. You can save 10% off of your next order by typing in TNH10, or you can use it every time you order. And remember, you can also purchase $100 worth of comics from Bird City Comics and you get free shipping. So go hit them up and go check out what they have. You also can go to Display Geek. You can get, action figure protectors, your Funko Pop protectors, your display boxes or cases, and you can save 10% off your first purchase by typing in Team Nerd Herd. That's Team Nerd Herd. All right. All said and done, sir. Anybody want to take us out?
Sure, I'll do it. Has she been doing covers? I haven't seen so many covers lately.
Sozo?
Yeah, she has.
She had that Harley last week.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen. Well, at least not incentives, that's for sure. All right. If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life.
Later, guys.
See you guys. Thanks.